Hey guys, Sean here. Welcome to the F1 Word and to the first of two videos today. And in this one, I'm going to be giving my first impressions on the 2019 Toro Rosso. Now, we did already have a little bit of a teaser as to what their livery was going to look like after the team released some photos of Daniil Kvyat and Alex Albon in their new gear. So it was expected that the livery would be very similar to the one we've seen over the last two seasons. And yeah, that's basically what we have. No real surprises in terms of the livery, which is fine by me, frankly. I love the lighter blue, those red highlights and the silver Red Bull logo. I always have. It just looks more striking and helps them stand out a bit more. Obviously, I understand that a lot of fans want to see new liveries on these cars every year, but if it looks good, I'm okay with them keeping it pretty much the same. But the car as a whole looks absolutely gorgeous. Now, of course, we've got to be careful. It's very unlikely that this will be the car that rolls out for testing next Monday, and there are parts that look incomplete. The barge boards, for example. But there are some interesting parts in the design. Those side pods, for example, look really cool. That's some full-on technical analysis right there for you. But whilst we're looking at that area of the car, check out these. They're a brave call with Daniil Kvyat in the car. I'm joking, I'm being harsh. I'm still loving the look of the new front wing and the new rear wing. As I said in the Haas video, nowhere near as hideous as the ones we saw during testing last year. But all in all, I'm loving the look of this car and the design as well, and I'm looking forward to delving a little bit deeper into it in one of the live streams later this week. What about the teammate battle then? Well, as I said during my video on Haas last Thursday, there are a number of teams, particularly in that midfield, who are really tough to call, and Toro Rosso are another of them. But what's interesting about this lineup is there is another dynamic added to the usual scrap between teammates. Many people are expecting that Dan Ticktum is set for a seat with the team for 2020, provided, of course, that he lands enough points for a super licence. And so it is believed that Kvyat and Albon are already duelling it out to be his teammate for next season. So on top of trying to impress in general, they could well have that in the back of their minds too. I mean, it seems a little bit ridiculous to be talking about their futures before we've even got into testing, let alone the first race. But this is Toro Rosso we're talking about. If you've been a follower of the channel for a while or you've caught any of my videos on Daniil Kvyat, you'll know that I really do like the guy. And I kind of feel like he gets a lot of unfair criticism. Okay, some of it is completely justified. He has made some very big errors previously. But I've always maintained that he's quick and would sit very nicely in a midfield team. A Haas, for example. Let's say they were to drop Grosjean or Magnussen, he could fit in there quite nicely. The thing is though, I also really like Alex Albon. There has been a lot of hype around George Russell and Lando Norris over the last year or so, yet it seems to have been forgotten by some, not everyone, by some, that Albon was right in that F2 title fight last season and finished close to Norris in the end. The point I'm making is if Russell and Norris are seen as the next big things, in air quotes, then Albon should be given just as much credit. Yet that doesn't seem to be the case. However, not having that hype around him could well be to his benefit. Less external pressure from the media means he can pretty much be left just to get on with it. As for a prediction on who will come out on top, I'm going to go with Alex Albon. There won't be a huge amount in it, though that's more down to the fact that I don't expect Toro Rosso to score a particularly big number of points this year. Therefore, it could well literally come down to being 1 or 2 points in it. I also reckon he will come out on top in the qualifying battle as well, perhaps a slowish start, but by the end of the year I think he will have the edge. Nothing against Kvyat, of course. I expect he will also surprise some. As I've already touched on though, Albon does seem to be very underrated ahead of this season, and that's fine. But he is seriously quick, is continuing to mature and to develop, and I fully expect he will surprise more than a few people this season. That is it then for this video, and in the comment section down below let me know your thoughts on the new Toro Rosso and also who you think will win the teammate battle between Daniil Kvyat and Alex Albon. Now I will be back very shortly with a look at the Williams livery. F1 is definitely back. In the meantime though, you can follow me over on social media. Links to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook and of course to Discord are all in the description down below. But as ever, thank you for watching. I've been Sean, this has been the F1 Word, and until next time, goodbye.